In this video of the Better Photography Weekly Challenge, we will be discussing the winners and honorable mentions of the Urban Patterns Contest. Our judge and mentor is Mr. Anil Risal Singh. Mr. Singh began his journey over 45 years ago. During this time, he was conferred with the Master Federation International de l'Art Photographique, France in 2009, the Royal Photographic Society of Britain's Associateship in 1999, and the Honorary Fellowship of Federation Indian Photography in 2012. He has won over 250 national and international awards, including some notable ones, such as the National Award of Photography by Government of India, the UNESCO Award, the Kodak Excellence Award, the Sony World Photography Award, the Venice International Photography Award, and the UP Lalit Kala Art Photography Award, all which he won thrice. Mr. Singh has been a jury member for multiple national and international salons of photography. He also teaches photography at various organizations and universities. So, could you tell us what you feel about the overall entries that were submitted?
First of all, I wish to say hi to everybody and hi Nilofer.
Yeah.
And I am grateful for Better Photography for appointing me mentor and judge for this Urban Pattern Weekly Challenge. And I would like to congratulate the winners and honorable mention awardees. In the beginning, I'll let you know that standard of images, the shortlisted images which I got, and those images were about 120 from camera and about 40 from mobile phone. These are the shortlisted images, and I was told that in totality, Better Photography got about 800 to 900 images. So this is a very good number as far as weekly challenge is concerned. And the shortlisted images which I saw, I would like to let you know, friends, that the general standard was very high. I was surprised to see the standard, and it was a difficult task to select out the winners and the honorable mention. So it's a very good going, and I hope such type of challenges by Better Photography will improve your skill in photography, and it's a learning experience for both, for you and for me also. It's a two-way traffic always. I always take it like this. So you may learn something from me, and I always used to learn something from the other side, from you friends. So it is really, it was and it is a pleasure for me to interact with you through this Urban Pattern Weekly Challenge. So first I'll take the camera category, and this is the first image by Pranav Das from, he's from which place?
Siliguri.
Siliguri. Yes, very interesting image under the given theme. And the most interesting thing in this image, the leading lines, the lot of curved leading lines are there. And this is the main attraction of this image. And the flow of these leading lines making lot of interest in this image. And the human figure, it is almost at the center, but according to the law of composition, it should not be at the center, but here, where else? It is at the appropriate time. So in my previous presentation, I told we should learn to break the rules, and it is a good example of that. The next honorable mention is from Mr. Chetan Kapoor, Almora. It is again a very unusual picture, and This picture was taken at Lotus Temple, one of my favorite place to visit and do my photography. Lotus Temple at New Delhi. And here again, uh, the play of leading lines are very, very important. And with the leading lines, you may see lot of geometrical forms. This is another positive element of this picture. And I think this is a crow, a bird in silhouette. It is adding punch to this image. If you remove this bird in silhouette, this image will be little flat. So uh, the placement of this bird is again, it is facing towards left, and there is no space towards left. Rules of compositions. But here, when Mr. Chetan is breaking the rules of composition, and very aptly he is breaking the rule of composition, uh, it is adding a lot to this image. A very, very nice image. Uh, this is from Sitesh Madhavan, Doha, Qatar. Uh, Again, these illuminated structures, these are the concrete structures, and these red sticks are the backlights of the moving cars. So some vertical lines, and these two red streaks are crossing those vertical blue lines. So this is a very interesting combination. Although no human or living element is in this picture, but there is no need of it. Uh, as such, it's a very interesting combination of the vertical and horizontal lines. So this is the main merit of this picture. The other honorable mention, Devarishi Mukherjee from Kolkata. As in the beginning, I discussed with you that lot of interesting images, uh, the shortlisted images which were sent to me, lot of interesting images under the theme of urban pattern. And this is a good example of that. Are repeated forms, and the center of interest and the streak of light in the uh, vertical formation, it is taking your eye to the center of the picture. So again, very interesting picture, and it got the honorable mention. Another one, uh, if you compare with this picture, the uh, treatment of the subject is almost the same, but visually it is different. And again, repetition of the pattern is the uh, main thing in this picture. And the thing I liked, the monochromatic effect. This is the color picture, of course, but virtually you can say it is very close to monochromatic image, black and white. Not black and white, some sepia tone is there. That's why I'm saying the monochromatic. So this is adding beauty to this picture. And in succession, these similar forms are there, and it is taking your eye to the center of the picture. And at the top, you can see two parallel lines. These are also working very strongly as the virtual lines. And again, very good image, got honorable mention. Another picture, it is little unusual. Uh, when I first saw this image, at first glance, I tremendously like this image because this is some offbeat image. But at the same time, when we see this image carefully, under the theme, the urban pattern, it is not very well fitting into the given theme. But visually, this image is so strong and so interesting and so innovative that it was included in the honorable mention. And lying of these guns on the ground with the half-cut body of the army personnel. This is very, very interesting image. If there was no theme given, then I would rate this picture at the top level. But in the given theme, it is not fitting 100%. So that's why it's got the honorable mention. Another picture, the two previous pictures of the urban pattern, the repetition of the forms and lines, it comes under the same category. Again, at the top, a white leading line taking your eye to the center of your picture. So again, very interesting. And only if you see in the only orange color, white and blacks, only three colors are there. So again, this is uh, merit of this image. Uh, Image by Elma Biboltoi from Italy. Very unusual image. I liked it very much. Very unusual forms and patterns are there. In fact, the texture, it's a combination of interesting texture and the interesting forms altogether. And the sky is also with the faint cloud line, it is adding to the picture. And again, it's a very, the way a photographer visualized and conceived this image is very creditable. Got the honorable mention. Another picture, again, the repetitive designs, less than half of the picture are the reflection of the pillars. And uh, these these are the obvious images which one can see in the urban life. Very interesting. A placement of the person. I probably he is looking at the mobile at very right place. This human figure was placed. Another good picture, and it also got the honorable mention. Yes, another interesting picture, construction site, lot concrete structure, and I think these are the laborers who are involved in construction of this concrete structure. And again, here lot of geometrical patterns are there. This is really very interesting. It makes this image very visually very rich. And at the uh, corner, uh, below corner, these two human figures, which are in the darker tone, and one is drinking water from the bottle, and this is the center point where your eyes used to rest, and then again after resting on this place, your eye moves to other geometrical pattern or forms. So it is a little weaker part is at the left side. A lot of chalky whites are there. I would like to have some more details over there. Otherwise, again, very nice picture. Uh, Another picture, a very unusual, difficult subject to visualize and execute. These are the rooftops of mountain houses, and light was such it is making very interesting shadows. In this visual, the shadows are very interesting, and if you remove the shadow, this picture will be flat. And at the same time, shadows are very interesting, and the top of the roof is having very interesting texture. So I like this image very much. It is not easy to visualize such type of images. So again, he's from Mr. Chetan Kapoor from Almora. Uh, he got another. I think second image was from Mr. Chetan Kapoor. So this image is very good. I rated it the second best for this contest. And friends, this is the top image who uh, you I may say the first ranked image of urban pattern of the camera category by Mohammad Arfan Asif from Bangalore. Very interesting and very powerful. It is very impactful image. The lady in the silhouette, it is catching your eyes at the first instance, and then these beautiful leading lines. It's another beauty of this picture. Uh, I rated this picture, and this is the winner, friends. Uh, I like this image under the given theme of urban pattern very, very much. I would like to congratulate Mr. Mohammad Arfan Asif for having the top position in the camera category. So now, friends, I'll be taking the images, the honorable mention, and the first award or top image of the mobile uh, smartphone category. Yes. And I would like to share that these days I am using mobile to a great extent, and I'm loving using the mobile when especially I am on the photographic trips, and uh, I am using the Nikon mirrorless Z6 camera, which recently presented to me by the Nikon India, as they appointed me the Nikon expert team. So this is the at present the top level camera with the uh, latest technology. I'm I am using it and I'm loving using it, but at the same time, I am using my mobile also. This is very interesting. And at the same time, I am loving using my mobile also. And uh, by the grace of modern technology, now most of the people are carrying camera with them in the form of mobile. So you cannot predict when you can encounter a picture. So camera is at your disposal. You can make an image right over there. So this is the greatest advantage of the this modern technology for photographers or persons who are interested in photography. That camera is with them all the time. So, and as I have said, that I love using the mobile. I have made lot of mobile images, interesting, which the images which I like using the mobile. So this category is very interesting. This picture from uh, Sitaman, I, Mr. Shritam Kumar uh, Sethi from Balasore. Uh, it's a night shot, but there are some light in the skyline. So this is a very good thing. It was taken at the right time because uh, if whole of the sky was dark enough, then this image will be little flattened. So it was taken at the right time when there was little spark uh, in the form of light in the sky. And in the foreground, there are in zigzag form, there are interesting pattern is there. And that pattern you can see in this uh, circular uh, structure also. Another, it's a very unusual picture. When I saw this picture, I thought this is the combination, it's a composite image. Two images are there and then combined. But then when I saw it carefully, uh, uh, on the left hand side, a man-made pattern is, concrete pattern is there. And on the right hand side, the natural pattern of the leaves is there. So this is the combination of pattern made by man and made by Almighty God. So this is the very interesting combination, and uh, I think this is the reason this image from Mr. Ayan Purkait, Kolkata, got the honorable mention. Uh, Very interesting, very different sort of thing. Such type of the images are very difficult to visualize and conceive. So again, this is a concrete structure. This is camera angle is at the bottom, and the camera angle made this image very interesting. Again, the leading lines from all over, from all the sides of the picture, taking your eye at the center where the highlighted area of the sky is. This again got the honorable mention. Uh, Again, this is the staircase. It was, this image was taken in such a way that if you don't see this image carefully, uh, you won't be able what exactly it is. But when you see it carefully, one can come up that this is the staircases. Uh, and This is the beauty of this picture, that you will, or the person who view this image will take some time to understand what exactly it is. And uh, as it is in the black and white, it is adding the beauty of this picture. Again, it got the honorable mention. Yes, under the given theme of urban pattern, this is the most appropriate picture. Very interesting. And at the same time, the at the top left hand corner, if you see the sky, the highlighted sky, which is in the white tone, this is giving the dimension to this picture. This is this picture is very carefully framed, I would rather say. Uh, there was a lot of time I have taken to decide. Uh, I rated this picture last, but uh, next to the top one, and it took me a lot of time to decide whether I should rate this picture at the top, or the picture who got the top position in this urban pattern weekly challenge in the smartphone category. So again and again, I was seeing these two pictures and comparing it, merits and demerits. But then ultimately, uh, it's a very appropriate picture in the given theme urban pattern, but it is somewhat obvious. Anybody can see and say, yes, it may be the strong picture under the theme of our urban pattern. So for this uh, thing, I gave some minus points to this picture. Otherwise, it is a very, very good picture as far as the urban pattern is concerned. And now, friends, this is the picture who got the top position. Subhadeep Das from Chandnagar or Chandanagar. And such type of the picture is very, very difficult to conceive. This is in my presentation, which I had a few weeks back. I discussed with you that one should be away from the cliche. There, there should be a tendency of experimentation. That should be tendency of seeing the unseen in your picture. And this picture comes in that category. And another merit of this picture is that this movement, you may say the decisive movement was introduced by Henry Carter Bresson, the father of the photojournalism. The decisive movement very appropriately captured in this picture. The, the movement and the motion of this human figure in silhouette at the appropriate time and at the appropriate action. This is adding tremendous beauty to this visual. And again, lot of interesting repetition of forms are there. So it took me a lot of time to decide which picture I should rate at the top. The previous one, this one, and this one. Then I came up to the conclusion that it is very difficult to conceive, visualize, and execute such type of the picture. And then, considering the degree of difficulty, uh, I awarded this picture the top spot. So again, I wish to congratulate all the winners and in fact, all the participants who entered with their entry in this contest urban pattern better photography weekly challenge. very, very interesting images I came across. And friends, I would, not for saying sake of you, but uh, from, from my heart, I would like to inform you that by seeing these images, I learned a lot. So again, thank you so very much, Better Photography, for giving me this opportunity to see these images, to judge these images, and to interact uh, the entrance of this contest. Thank you so very much. Yes, yes. So these are the winning images from the camera category and the smartphone category. Both the images are excellent, no doubt, no doubt.
Do you have any word of advice or suggestions for all the participants?
Yes, the uh, word of advice, maybe uh, I would say, uh, try to have distance from the cliche. This is very, very important. What is cliche? A style that is overused and lacking of innovative and the original thoughts. So some of the images are away from cliche, beyond the obvious, I would rather say. And this is very, very important. Repetition of a style, subject, and the content make it stale. The same sort of visualization or repetition of a style used to make that phenomena or making of the image stale. Mostly acceptance of the new truth is not easy. Of course, when you wish to do experimentation, in the beginning it is not easy because we always guard our idea of what is real. So, but we should always try to experiment. When we talk about art and aesthetics, experimentation is very, very important. We should learn the phenomena of seeing things beyond the obvious. We should be able to see images which are unseen. This is very, very important. And I would like to suggest the budding photographers that they should try to learn the phenomena of seeing things beyond the obvious, the unseen images. This is, I think, this is very important. Or I would like to quote Ernst Haast, where he said the limitation of photography is in ourselves. For what we see is what only we are. So this is very appropriate saying by Ernst Haast. Uh, uh, Another quote I'll be sharing with you uh, by Gary Winogrand. Photography is not about the things photographed. It is about the how that thing looks photographed.